Namaste, Jai Hind and welcome to this edition of The Right Stand. I'm Anand Narsimhan. We start with the Pawar play in Maharashtra. Full-blown, open cudgels, daggers drawn, ladies and gentlemen, between the Chacha and the Bhatija. Ajit Pawar and his uncle Sharad Pawar battling it out now for the legacy of the NCP. Not just the control of the party, but also the party symbol now and the party name. But who's got the numbers? In a show of strength, quite literally pitted one against the other just across the Bandra-Worli sea link. Both sides, the Sharad Pawar camp and the Ajit Pawar camp, holding meetings and trying to put out a show of strength, saying who's got the cadre, who's got the numbers and who's drawing more crowds. The YB Chavan auditorium packed to the rafters to welcome Sharad Pawar with flowers and patakhas and lots of tutari and nagada. And on the other hand, it was a huge outpour that Ajit Pawar was able to get along with the other big satraps of Maharashtra, the regional leaders in Maharashtra who form the NCP backbone, Chhagan Bhujbal, Praful Patel and many others who are present there, including Aditi Tatkare. A hectic parley is currently underway. Ajit Pawar launching an attack at Sharad Pawar, reminding him that he's an octogenarian, 83. Kab retire ho gaye, he asked. Both Sharad Pawar and Supriya Sule hitting back, saying the real NCP is with them. And there are many other octogenarians in public life who have not retired. So why, if they can't, why ask Sharad Pawar to do so? But as this Pawar tussle reaches the election commission, we ask, how will this impact the 2024 Lok Sabha elections? Will both Eknath Shinde and Ajit Pawar be an asset or a liability for the BJP, which has orchestrated this entire breakdown of the Mahavikas Aghadi and especially the two regional players, the Shiv Sena and the NCP? The numbers came. Will it change the fortunes? Will it guarantee 45 out of 48 seats in Maharashtra for the BJP in Lok Sabha 2024? That's going to be the focus on the right stand this evening. But the battle between the uncle and nephew has boiled down to just one aspect, the numbers. Who's got the numbers between Sharad Pawar and Ajit Pawar? Who now controls the NCP? Like an Eknath Shinde just about a year ago, here is the total breakup. The total number of NCP MLAs, 53. They had 54 at the elections, but one of them passed away. So 53 active members right now. The MLAs at Ajit Pawar's meeting are 34. Now, the Election Commission has confirmed that they have got signatures and affidavits of 40 plus MLAs from Ajit Pawar's camp. Senior Pawar's meeting had about 15 MLAs is what people are saying. MLA Ajit Pawar is short of 2. MLAs that Ajit Pawar is short of, actually if we go by today's numbers, is 2 because 36, he bucks the anti-defection law. Ajit Pawar needs to beat that number, 36. Now, in June last year, Eknath Shinde rebelled against Uddhav Thackeray, which led to the fall of the Mahavikas Aghadi. And the two factions of the Shiv Sena came through, the Uddhav Balasaheb Thackeray and, of course, the Shinde Sena. Now, July 2023, once again a rerun, this time at the Pawars at the lockets. But how does his advantage actually split the BJP? Here are the gains. The gains is that the opposition voter base effectively marginalized as in Desare, and the edge is that there is a weakened opposition in Maharashtra. So the consolidation and actually getting 45 out of those 48 seats, if not more, is possible. The fear 2024 polls will be the first test of Eknath Shinde and Ajit Pawar electorally. Will they be able to pull in a huge vote bank or huge chunk of the vote bank or vote share of the erstwhile Shiv Sena and NCP voter base? Will BJP's Maharashtra power play actually benefit them? Here's how the Shiv Sena performed in the 2019 assembly elections before it was split. In the 2019 elections, 56 seats went to the Shiv Sena at a 16.41% vote share. The vote bank, largely the Maratha community, urban middle class, the strongholds Mumbai, Thane, Kalyan, Konkan regions. Eknath Shinde camp stands strong and has got its stronghold in Thane, Kalyan, Dombivali, Mahanagar Palike regions and of course Konkan regions. Many corporators, party workers, followers of Shinde in the Thane, Kalyan region. He's seen as the Bahubali. He's the one who's bringing that strength into the Shiv Sena. Will he be able to do that now post the split? We'll have to see. What possibly goes with the BJP is that Uddhav Thackeray's influence currently seems restricted largely within the Mumbai region. Challenge for the Shinde camp is retain the bastion and of course keep the flock together. Without Uddhav Thackeray, without the Thackeray family with him, can Shinde do it alone, saying that I am following the ideals and principles of Balasaheb? As far as the NCP is concerned, 2019 elections, 54 seats, 16.7% vote share. Ideally, similar vote share. Look at this. Now, the vote bank is Maratha community and Muslims. So, Muslim Mahar Maratha, that was the formula that both the Congress and the NCP have followed, and Sharad Pawar has used that to his advantage. Largest vote share comes from the Pune district and Western Maharashtra regions, which is also the NCP bastion. Sharad Pawar factor could maintain a hold and continue to woo the Maratha voters, and the core loyalists of the NCP who see Pawar Sahib may not move towards Ajit Pawar. But Ajit Pawar will want to make a dent into Sharad Pawar's vote bank and also try and see if he can pinch. But will they be able to rebuild the party? Let's go. Let's try and understand the sense of somebody who's got his ears, feet, everything on ground. Ashutosh Patil, editor of News18 Lokmat, is with us. Ashutosh, namaste. मुंबई में भेंट होती है, लेकिन आज ऐसे मिल रहे हैं महाराष्ट्र में काय ये गोंधड़, जरा बताइए, एक्सप्लेन कीजिए. हाउ डज इट पैन आउट फॉर लोकसभा 2024? डू यू थिंक एकनाथ शिंदे एंड अजित पवार कैन पिंच अबाउट 7 to 8% वोट शेयर फ्रॉम द कोर शिव सेना एनसीपी वोट बैंक एंड हेल्प द बीजेपी?
अगेन, महाराष्ट्र की राजनीति पूरी देश में छाई हुई है. आज सभी जगह चर्चा है महाराष्ट्र की राजनीति से, और पिछले 2 दिनों से ये चल रहा है जब अजीत पवार ने बगावत करके अपने साथ इतने एमएलएस को लेके उन्होंने शिंदे और फडणवीस की सरकार को अपना समर्थन दिया. आपने बिल्कुल सही कहा कि एनसीपी की ताकत जो रही है ये मराठा वोटर्स रही है, एंड स्पेसिफिकली वेस्टर्न महाराष्ट्र जो मराठा गढ़ है वो गढ़ पे ये पूरे गणित ये देखा जा सकता है, क्योंकि बीजेपी पहले से शिंदे को साथ में ले चल रही है, जिसके चलते मुंबई एमएमआर, मुंबई, ठाणे, कल्याण, डोंबिवली, ये बेल्ट उनकी अच्छी पकड़ में है. बीजेपी की अच्छी पकड़ नॉर्थ महाराष्ट्र में है, विदर्भ में है. नाउ बिकॉज ऑफ अजित पवार ज्वाइनिंग देम, नाउ दे विल हैव अ स्ट्रांग होल्ड ऑन ऑल द पार्लियामेंट सीट्स एज वेल एज असेंबली सीट्स इन वेस्टर्न महाराष्ट्र. अब आइए देखते हैं कि अजित पवार का ये जो राजनीति है उसके कैसे कैसे असर हो सकते हैं. इससे शिंदे फ्रैक्शन में भी थोड़ी सी अनकंफर्ट हुई है, बट वो बीजेपी और बीजेपी की हाईकमांड उसे मैनेज कर लेगी. अब बीजेपी के पास और शिंदे के साथ ये जो एनसीपी के जो स्टॉलवर्ड्स आए हैं, प्रफुल्ल पटेल, तटकरे, हसन मुशरीफ, छगन भुजबल, इनकी वजह से पूरे गवर्नमेंट की ताकत बढ़ जाएगी. अब राजनीति अलग अलग अपने शेड्स दिखाएंगी. अब ये फैमिली में ही एलिगेशन शुरू हो जाएंगे. सबसे पहले आज एक बड़ा खुलासा किया अजित पवार ने कि जब पिछली बार 2019 में मॉर्निंग में जो शपथ विधि हुआ था, जो उन्होंने शपथ ली थी उप मुख्यमंत्री पद की फडणवीस के साथ, तो ये पूरा प्लान शरद पवार का था. शरद पवार एक तरफ बीजेपी से बात कर रहे थे, शरद पवार एक तरफ कांग्रेस से बात कर रहे थे. ये कोई और नहीं कर रहा है, ये खुद अजित पवार कर रहे हैं. तो एक बड़ा खुलासा आया है. आज अजित पवार ने ओपनली चैलेंज दिया है पार्टी को, शरद पवार जी को, अपने चाचा को, कि आप अब रिटायर हो जाइए, कितने साल तक और आप करोगे. देखा जाए
ये उन्होंने एक और बात की कि शरद पवार 2017 में भी बात कर रहे थे, 2014 में प्रफुल्ल पटेल को कहा गया कि बाहर से सपोर्ट करो. तो ये सारी बातें उन्होंने बहुत सारी बातें कही है कि कहीं ना कहीं पवार साहब काफी टाइम से बीजेपी के साथ बातचीत कर रहे थे. इसका क्या असर होने वाला है ग्राउंड पर? दूसरी बात, अजीत पवार जमीन से जुड़े नेता हैं, 5वीं बार डीसीएम बने हैं. He's the one who's done the lot of the groundwork on ground, and he has that connect. But without Pawar Sahib behind him, how much will he be effective?
देखिए, no, Ajit Pawar is very much powerful. If you see Ajit Pawar's working style, he starts his day by 7 in the morning. If you visit his residence, सुबह 7 बजे से उनके यहाँ पूरे महाराष्ट्र के कार्यकर्ता दिखाई देते हैं. जब भी हम उनके मिलने जाते हैं, हम भी सुबह ही मिलना चाहते हैं, क्योंकि सुबह अजित पवार हमेशा लोगों से मिलते हैं. दिन भर वो अपने कार्यकर्ता से जुड़े रहते हैं. महाराष्ट्र की नस नस से वो वाकिफ है, और महाराष्ट्र के हर डिस्ट्रिक्ट में उनके कार्यकर्ता है, और यही उनकी स्ट्रेंथ है. सैटरडे, संडे, वीकेंड, एवरी वीकेंड ही इज सीन इन हिज कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी एज वेल एज रोमिंग अराउंड इन महाराष्ट्र. सो अजित पवार इतनी ग्रिप जो है एनसीपी के और किसी भी लीडर के पास नहीं है. उनसे अगर अच्छी ग्रिप कही जाए तो शरद पवार जी की है. जो शरद पवार जी आज से 20 साल 30 साल पहले मिले हुए कार्यकर्ता को भूलते नहीं है, वैसे ही अजित पवार भी स्ट्रांग होल्ड है. कंपेयर टू सुप्रिया, अजित पवार इज वेरी मच स्ट्रांग एंड वेरी डाउन टू अर्थ लीडर. हमेशा सच बोलते हैं. ही नेवर कमिट्स एनी फॉल्स प्रॉमिसेस. ये उनकी खासियत है. अब अजित पवार के आने से अजित पवार पार्टी नए सिरे से और खड़ी करेंगे, और अजित पवार के साथ छगन भुजबल नॉर्थ महाराष्ट्र नासिक का एक बड़ा लीडर उनके साथ आया है। प्रफुल्ल पटेल शरद पवार का एक ट्रस्टेड लेफ्टिनेंट, इतने सालों से फाउंडर मेंबर रहा है, वो उनके साथ जुड़ गया है। हसन मुशरीफ कोल्हापुर वेस्टर्न महाराष्ट्र का एक बड़ा लीडर, वो उनके साथ जुड़ गया है। तो ये लोग जो उनके साथ, आदिति तटकरे, शी इज फ्रॉम रायगढ़, शी इज डॉटर ऑफ सुनील तटकरे ऑल्सो ऑलमोस्ट राइट हैंड ऑफ शरद पवार, जो रायगढ़ से आते हैं। तो ये एक बेल्ट उन्होंने जमा कर लिया है। तो ये अलग अलग बेल्ट जमा करके मिशन 40+ जो बीजेपी का है 2024 में, उसके दिशा में ये जाएंगे। जो पॉकेट्स बीजेपी और शिंदे के जो पॉकेट्स वीक थे, वो पॉकेट्स कवर करने में एनसीपी और अजित पवार एकदम सही मायने में हेल्प करेंगे। अब देखते हैं कि अजित पवार ने खेल क्या खेला है। अजित पवार आ गए 1 तारीख को, लेकिन उन्होंने 2 तारीख को आए और उसके 2 दिन पहले 30 तारीख को इलेक्शन कमीशन को एक खत लिख के भेजा है कि वही एनसीपी के असली नेशनल प्रेसिडेंट है।
बट मेरा पॉइंट यही है कि 30 तारीख को अगर इलेक्शन कमीशन के पास गई है लेटर, is it possible that Sharad Pawar did not know till the 2nd of July that this is going to happen? Is it possible that he did not know? Now that's yet another big question mark, given the revelations that Ajit Pawar has made. Now, Ashutosh, if you have time, I'd request you to stay on, because I'm going to bring in Shehzad Poonawalla. Mahesh Tapase is also with us, and Swapnil Kothari is there with us. I know you have your commitments on Lokmat, but if you can stay on, fantastic. Namaste and Jai Hind, gentlemen. I was just trying to get a perspective from Ashutosh there. He's our editor, News18 Lokmat. Mahesh Tapase ji. Mahesh Tapase ji, sir, Maharashtra तो सब जय जय ही कर रहे हैं, बट व्हाट इज हैपनिंग इन महाराष्ट्र इज महानाटका. सो आई वंडर, एंड अब कुछ पुरानी यादें ताज़ा हो गई होंगी आज शहजाद पूनावाला की. ही फाइंड्स हिज रूट्स इन महाराष्ट्र पॉलिटिक्स ओनली. बट महेश तपासे जी, व्हाट इज गोइंग ऑन सर? 30 जून को इफ द लेटर हैज गॉन टू द इलेक्शन कमीशन, इज इट पॉसिबल दैट पवार साहब डिड नॉट नो टिल द 2nd of July?
Well, good evening, Anand ji, and all panelists and all viewers. Let me tell you, we had a fantastic meeting today, but never knew that Ajit Dada would use the affidavit or signed letters of the legislatures and send it to the election commission. Now, I just want to ask all panelists, because all learned people on this panel right now, does the political party make the legislature party, or the legislature party makes the political party? This is a question mark. Anda pehle ki murgi pehle? अगर मुर्गी पहले है तो अंडा बाद में आएगा, अंडा पहले तो मुर्गी आ ही नहीं सकती. So these are the some of the questions which remains to be unanswered. Secondly, today he paraded, or he bundled up almost 31 MLAs and took them off to some place. So if you are such a freely democratically elected representative of your legislature, then why do you need to bundle them and herd them into some hotel in suburban Mumbai? Our legislators, they came walking freely. Our people also were there, and I think Pawar Sahab gave an excellent speech on various aspects. So the question over here is, does the legislature party control the political party, or the political party will control the legislature party? Anda pehle ya murgi pehle? This is the whole. And BJP and some spokesperson of the Ajit Dada's faction, they are trying to play around the very fact that Prafull Patel ji, being a working president, nominated or appointed, I'll not call it nominated, appointed, but it's a nomination, it's not an appointment. Whereas state president is elected by an electoral college where representatives are delegates.
But that is what he has said, Mahesh ji. He has said that this entire principle of the constitution of the NCP has not been followed for my God knows how many years. कि ये कोई इलेक्शन कभी किया नहीं, आपने कोई संविधान आपके खुद का कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन पार्टी का फॉलो नहीं किया. अभी देयर इज वन मोर, जस्ट आई जस्ट वांट टू ऐड दिस. ये अभी आप वो कहते हैं ना, कांडी लगाने का काम भी कर रहे हैं एनसीपी वाले, इन द सेंस द शरद पवार कैंप. लुक एट व्हाट क्लाइड क्रास्टो, योर कॉलीग, हैज जस्ट सेड. ही हैज सेड, माय सिंपैथीज आर विद बीजेपी महाराष्ट्र MLAs and Eknath Shinde group, MLAs who are waiting for cabinet expansion and dreaming of a ministerial berth in the Maharashtra government. Mr. Ajit Pawar has turned their dreams into a nightmare by snatching away what was rightfully theirs. तो ये मिर्ची लगाने का काम भी शुरू हो गया है.
मिर्ची नहीं लगा रहे. मुझे लगता है बीजेपी ने ऑलरेडी, either they never trusted Eknath Shinde ji, that is the see, they were not short of numbers. They were well beyond the magic figure of 145 as far as Maharashtra legislature is concerned. So why they need to split the NCP? Why? I think 4-5 days ago, Honorable Prime Minister, in a statement, in a public address at I think Bhopal, he said NCP is a highly corrupted party. 70,000 crores ka irrigation scam, banking scam, falana. And then and there in 2 days, his deputy, his commander-in-chief in Maharashtra ropes in Ajit Dada and all the other people who have been accused. Now Ajit Dada, Chhagan Bhujbal ji, Praful Patel ji, Hassan Mushrif ji, Sunil Thakkare ji, all these people have been accused by the BJP and we have been defending them because we know they are not, that they are even falsely accused. I never say that they should be implicated, but they have been falsely accused, and I think this kind of pressure has been built up by the BJP under Operation Lotus, and that is how they try.
See, now my point is, on the one hand, Mahesh Tapase, please allow the others to come in now. On the one hand, you say they don't need the numbers. Second, you are saying they don't trust Eknath Shinde. If they didn't trust Eknath Shinde, why did they make him the chief minister? Third is Ashutosh. Ashutosh is very clearly saying that both of them will remain, and this is going to run like this because this is going to consolidate the BJP's Lok Sabha 2024 ambitions. Now, Ashutosh, what does the Ajit Pawar camp have to say? Do you agree, disagree with Mahesh Tapase before I bring in Shehzad? This is the only debate, so everybody will have their time, so please be a little patient. Yes,
There
yes.
there is a buzz in the Mumbai circle, in the Mantralaya circle, and I'm sure Ashutosh Patil ji knows that there is a buzz that probably the CM might resign, CM Shinde might resign. This is what is happening. I'm getting some kind of messages. I don't know the source, but this is happening.
Sir, I'll tell you, sir. Today, sir, one aspect, Mahesh ji, please go ahead and speculate. Please go ahead and speculate. But one point today, sir, is that today Sharad Pawar ji, Supriya Sule ji and Rohit Pawar and all of you were unable to ensure that 53 MLAs of the NCP are there at the YB Chavan auditorium. The numbers were 2.5 times present on the other side of the Bandra-Worli ceiling. It's a statement, sir. And the total number of cadre numbers also, sir, compared to YB Chavan auditorium, report suggests there was a far greater number that turned out of the cadre at Ajit Dada Pawar's event. Now, Ashutosh, please respond, and then I'll bring in Shehzad Poonawala.
And Ajit Pawar got 41 affidavits, Mahesh ji. So he has 41 affidavits in hand. So that is they have the proof. And
There is also that aspect. If Mahesh Tapase were to say, Mahesh Tapase is saying those affidavits were taken without telling them what the purpose they're being used. But why only 41 affidavits were taken, not 53?
And does the
So if the purpose was not revealed, then all 53 affidavits would have been taken, not 41. No, not 41. Now Shehzad Poonawala. Mahesh ji, please yield. Mahesh ji, please yield. Let the others also come into the debate, then we'll open it up further. Yes, Shehzad Poonawala. You don't trust Eknath Shinde?
Anand, I told your guest coordinators that I have to leave a little early, and I also hope that Mahesh ji, 17 years ago, I had coincidentally interned under Mahesh ji for a very brief while when he had come to guide us and I was studying. So I hope he will also consider that and will allow me to finish my statement. See, today what has happened? We had a government of Shinde-Fadnavis which was super fast. S for Shinde, S for super, F for Fadnavis, F for fast, and today P for Pawar, and Pawar has been joined into that. So it is a super fast power government. So don't worry about all this, Mahesh Tapase ji. Today Sankhya, you have seen, symbol is also with us and Siddhant is also with us. I'll tell you how. Go to the Twitter handle of Adarne Sharad Pawar ji. 1 second, sir, don't interrupt, please. I'm leaving very soon. You can then continue. Today, Ashutosh, my friend, is also there. Anand ji, you're also there. Go to the Twitter handle of Sharad Pawar ji, and all the edicts he has given against people, whether to remove them or to appoint them, none of them are on the official letterhead of NCP. He has done it on the letterhead of his Rajya Sabha MP-ship. That means he himself has considered कि symbol नहीं रहा, संख्या किसके पास है आपने देखा, पूरी दुनिया ने देखा, और सिद्धांत भी तो हमारे साथ ही है. अरे बताइए, एलओपी, वर्किंग प्रेसिडेंट, चीफ व्हिप, टॉलेस्ट लीडर्स, विधायक से ज्यादा विधायक, फाउंडिंग मेंबर, ये सब तो आज अजीत पवार के साथ है. तो फिर पार्टी किसके साथ हुई? लेजिस्लेचर पार्टी और पॉलिटिकल पार्टी दोनों ही अजीत पवार जी के साथ ही, ये आज स्पष्ट हो चुका है. बट आई एम कमिंग टू अ लार्जर पॉइंट. आनंद जी, ये हुआ क्यों? ये इसलिए हुआ, दिस हैज हैपेंड बिकॉज व्हेन पार्टीज ग्रो फ्रॉम सिद्धांत केंद्रित टू संतान केंद्रित, मतलब मेरा संतान ही सब कुछ है, मेरा रक्त ही सब कुछ है, फिर ये रक्तपात होता है. आई गिव यू 2 examples and I will leave. One example is of original Shiv Sena. Bala Saheb had kept Raj Thackeray and Uddhav Thackeray on both his sides, and he told journalists like Ashutosh that neither of these two gentlemen will ever go into the Sarkar. But then what happened? For the sake of power, those who had taken seats in the name of Modi and Fadnavis went with NCP and Congress, to whom Mr. Bala Thackeray always gave gali and abused them and said, I will never go with them. This it became from Siddhant Kendrit to Santan Kendrit. And same thing has happened to NCP. When it became from Siddhant Kendrit के विदेशी नेतृत्व में नहीं जाना है to becoming Santan Kendrit के सुप्रिया सुले के लिए कुछ भी करेंगे, that time the party has shifted. You can treat party like परिवार, but if you make परिवार का one सदस्य your party, then this is going to happen. It is happening in all parties. You see, Janata Party से जो party
Shehzad, I know your time is of essence.
RJD has become व्यक्ति केंद्रित.
I know your time is of essence.
Sir, it is
I know your time
is more essence than Ashutosh.
I know your time is of essence, but I was not aware that you're not there for you're there for a shorter duration. Else I would have come to you earlier because I had a question with your own argument. So please stay with us for another 5 minutes, please. The question is, sir, अगर वो विपक्ष में है तो परिवारवादी, अभी यहाँ जो आया वो परिवार का ही तो सदस्य आया, और फिर जो आप अगर आप शिवसेना की बात करें तो there again the principles of corruption, principles of its leaders not doing well, all of that goes away. No, they are coming because they are taking the right stand. Then you can't change your stand. No, your stand has to be the right stand always.
I have understood your question. Let me answer it. Then the same principle, Anand ji, can be applied by you that जब तक वो उनकी पार्टी में रहे तो चमत्कारी, और अब हमारे साथ आगे तो वो भ्रष्टाचारी कैसे हो गए? Ajit Pawar was so clean that he could be leader of opposition of entire MVA, and after 2 o'clock he becomes the most bhashtachari person. How come? And how come then Praful Patel can be the working president, but the moment he and the party comes with us, suddenly they become the most corrupt? This kind of convenient argument should not be made by them. Secondly, we have not taken Ajit Pawar ji into our party. We have, one second, sir, I'm not interrupting you. We have not taken Eknath Shinde-ji into our party. They are an independent party. As far as Parivarvad as a principle is concerned, let me explain to you. Anand-ji, your son or daughter may come into journalism tomorrow. Nobody can stop them. But if Rahul Joshi says ki no, tomorrow Anand-ji ke baad, right stand will be hosted by Junior Narsimhan, then that is Parivarvad. Of course that is Parivarvad. Is that the case with BJP? Is that the case with even Ajit Pawar's faction of NCP? Or is that the case with Mr. Eknath Shinde's Shiv Sena? No. Their children can be, if they come on their own merit and if they want to be in politics, that is fine. But if they say that this place is reserved only, like RJD, the Adhyaksh can only be of Tejasvi's family. SP, the Adhyaksh can only be of one family. JDS, the Adhyaksh can be of only one family. So this is the subtle difference.
But NCP is not Parivar. NCP Adhyaksh is somebody else now. NCP Adhyaksh is not of the Parivar. NCP Adhyaksh Sharad Pawar camp is Jayant Patil. Working president was Praful Patel. Yes, Ajit Pawar.
State president is Jayant Patil ji, and national president is Sharad Pawar, and after him will be Supriya Tai.
No, that has not been decided yet, na.
It is not on competence.
Sharad Pawar तो founder member है. शरद पवार जब तक हटेंगे नहीं तब तक शरद पवार ही तो रहेंगे पार्टी के. वो तो अजित पवार भी कह रहे हैं कि देखिए गुरु है भाई, हम उनकी जगह नहीं ले रहे.
One second. Arey Anand ji, what are you saying? They have made 2 working presidents. One of them was Praful Patel and the other one was Supriya Tai. What basis was Supriya Tai made? She had any experience in government? No. She has experience in winning them elections? No. What is the experience she has? See, anyways, that is their internal factional matter. I don't want to get into that. My larger point is only this.
My larger point to you.
से हटकर संतान
मैं लार्जर पॉइंट आपसे मैं पूछ रहा हूँ 48 में से 45 सीटें मिलने वाली है अभी because Eknath Shinde and Ajit Dada Pawar have come. How much of the vote share are they going to get for you? When I say you means the BJP.
Ashutosh ji is sitting here. Ashutosh ji is sitting here. I'll just answer this last question. Ashutosh ji is sitting here. Between 2009 and between 2014, this is the pre-Modi era. At that time, the BJP has grown from say 15% vote share, 16% vote share, and about 45 seats in assembly to 100+ seat. In last 20 years, any party that has got 100+ seats consecutively, it is the Bharatiya Janata Party. That can show that that is the strength of the charisma of BJP. And now you add the charisma of Modi to this. By ourselves, we are confident that we could have gone above 50% vote share. But yes, we have allies, and with them, certainly without any iota of doubt, you can say that majority of the seats of people of Maharashtra, the great land of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, will only go to a party that
So
represents the
50% vote
principles of
share will
Chhatrapati
become
Shivaji
56%
Maharaj, and
vote
that
share
is
at
BJP,
least.
Shiv Sena,
Because
NCP.
that's when this majority will happen, overwhelming majority of 45 out of 48 will happen. Swapnil Kothari has not yet spoken, but Mahesh Tapase had a quick question before Shehzad leaves. Yes, Mahesh Tapase.
No, does Shehzad, my friend, know that Supriya is a three-term member of parliament and one-term member of Rajya Sabha, and also having a recipient of 8 Sansad Ratna awardees. These awards have been given in Modi's Sahab's tenure. So how can I say that she doesn't have an experience? So this is absolutely something. I'm surprised how my friend Shehzad doesn't know about Supriya Sule in so much in depth. But anyway, coming to the same question again, NCP today stands with Sharad Pawar ji. Like I said, most of the MLAs have communicated their absence to Pawar Sahab. They said they were not aware. And now after this new revelation which has come that Ajit Dada sent a letter to the Election Commission and along with the affidavits of the MLA. So this is again a big catch. The legislature party does not come first. The political party comes first. The political party makes the legislature party or the parliamentary party or the Jilla Parishad party or the Mahanagar Palika party. So here legislatures giving their support, appointing Ajit Dada as their president will not hold value, because in the party constitution there is an electoral college which elects the taluka president, which elects the district president, which elects the state president, and also which elects the national president. So this collegium is of so many delegates coming from various
Right, but who controls the collegium now? Who controls the collegium now? That's also important. And who's got the... No. And how often has the collegium actually followed, and has the collegium actually taken the decisions for the appointments? That's another part. Shehzad Punawala wanted to come in. Yes, Shehzad. And then to Ashish and Swapnil. Yes, Shehzad.
See, as far as today you have seen a Shakti Pradarshan. As far as Shakti Prashikshan is done, it will be done before Election Commission. Let Election Commission decide like it has done for Shiv Sena. But let me come to a larger point. Let me ask Mahesh Tapase ji, and इनको जरा दर्द होगा ये मैं पूछूंगा, पर मैं सवाल जरूर पूछूंगा. Sir, any political party's term should be that we should expand. In 2004, 98 mein you all made your party. It was the principle that we will not go with Congress party. But then in 2004 you all allied with them. You had more seats than Congress. Yet you did not, because of Putri Moh, you did not make the competent man from your party the chief minister. And look at the double standards. Sharad Pawar ji in 2014 says that I want to go with BJP because it is in Maharashtra's interest. This is on record statement. Then in 2017 he offers to BJP that you please take Shiv Sena out of the equation and we will come with you. BJP says nothing doing. They are a party alliance for 25 years. We will go with them. You come with us if you want to come with Shiv Sena. And then the same Sharad Pawar ji, who says nothing doing, I don't want to go with Shiv Sena, in 2019 goes with Uddhav Sena. So this kind of flip-flop, going against the wishes of the party, संतान मोह में सिद्धांत का गला घोटना, this was the downfall that has taken place in NCP, and therefore the NCP party has separated from Parivar today. परिवार अलग हो गया, पार्टी हमारे साथ.
Let me just bring in Ashutosh and Swapnil Kothari. Let me just bring in Ashutosh and Swapnil Kothari. Ashutosh, let Swapnil get a word in and then I'll come to you, Ashutosh. Yes, Swapnil, he's been waiting for 25 minutes, he's not spoken. Yes, Swapnil.
That's all right. You know, that's what happens when lawyers enter a political debate or are invited to enter into a political debate. But, you know, my short point, Anand, is very simple from the way that I look at it, the Maharashtra politics. I believe that whether Mr. Shinde stays or whether Mr. Fadnavis comes in, it is very important if the BJP needs to garner votes in 2024. I think it's very important that BJP has a face in the government, especially at either the chief minister level or the deputy chief minister level. That is number one. Number two is that this, although Mr. Pawar has stated that this is not going to go into a legal battle, but I do see that when it comes to the party symbol, if that goes by any chance to Mr. Ajit Pawar, Mr. Pawar will have to take the legal route as far as this aspect is concerned. There is no other aspect, no question, because he'll have to invoke the anti-defection law. He'll have to invoke the party symbol aspect, especially if he ends up losing it. So this is where I view that this is not going to end up only within political circles. This is going to go up into legal. This is going to be a battle for sure if the party symbol eventually ends up with Mr. Ajit Pawar. That's how I look at it.
It all comes back to this aspect, Ashutosh, in what letterhead, as Shehzad Punawala said, the reworked appointments, were they issued on a Rajya Sabha letterhead or the NCP letterhead? And if the letter to the EC has gone on the 30th of June, Ashutosh, तो क्या पवार साहब को पता नहीं लगा 48 घंटों तक? ऐसा कैसे हो सकता है?
This is the big question. This is the big question and everyone wants to know कि पवार साहब को ये कैसे पता नहीं चला कि ये सरप्राइज था कि सरप्राइज नहीं था। जैसे कि आज अजीत पवार ने शरद पवार के क्रेडिबिलिटी पे डाउट किया है कि जब 2019 में वो शिंदे के फडणवीस के साथ गए थे तो पवार को पता था और पवार ने ही उन्हें भेजा था। हालांकि फडणवीस जी ने भी यही खुलासा कुछ दिन पहले किया था। तो अब ये क्रेडिबिलिटी का सवाल है कि उनको पता था कि नहीं पता था। दूसरी बात, अब यहाँ की राजनीति के अलग अलग रंग हमें दिखाई देंगे। अब आज अजीत पवार ने अपने सभी एमएलए को कहा है कि आप गांव-गांव में महाराष्ट्र के सभी जिले में जाके बताइए कि हमने हमारी ये बगावत क्यों की, हमने शरद पवार जी को क्यों छोड़ा, और शरद पवार जी ने जो बताते हैं वो सच में नहीं होता है और वो उसके क्या खुलासे है अब अजीत पवार के कार्यकर्ता गांव-गांव में जाके करेंगे। ये अगला बड़ा
अच्छा, एक बात बताइए, आपको अजीत पवार गुट से क्या ये पता लगा है कि पार्टी सिंबल के लिए वो कितनी मशक्कत करने वाले हैं? एंटी डिफेक्शन लॉ से वो बच पाएंगे कि नहीं, और पार्टी का कंट्रोल वो कैसे सिद्ध कर पाएंगे? दीज थ्री एस्पेक्ट्स आर इंपॉर्टेंट। आशुतोष,
एक साल पहले जब शिंदे निकले थे तो किसी को भी अंदाजा नहीं था कि शिंदे के साथ शिवसेना भी आएगी, पार्टी सिंबल भी बो और भी आएगा, ये किसी को नहीं पता था। लेकिन इस बार अजीत पवार की मूव स्मार्टर रही है। उन्होंने पार्टी छोड़ने के पहले, बाहर आने के पहले ही इलेक्शन कमीशन को अप्रोच किया था। अब ये डिबेट का मुद्दा है कि लेजिस्लेटिव पार्टी फर्स्ट या ओरिजिनल पार्टी फर्स्ट। अब ये बातों के लिए हालांकि शरद पवार कह रहे हैं कि ही विल नॉट गो legal battle, but now he will have to fight the legal battle. Correct. Unless until this problem will not be solved. Perhaps the symbol may be freezed, but again it will be jolt to Sharad Pawar because the NCP's clock symbol is very important for NCP candidates.
तो पर लेकिन ये तो अजीत पवार के लिए भी शौक होगा ना, घड़ी जिसके पास भी नहीं है उसका समय तो थोड़ा तो खराब जाएगा ही, ये तो आप मानेंगे।
बिल्कुल, बट उनकी जो मुंह दिख रही है, और जो पहले का इतिहास रहा है, शिंदे के पास अभी भी उनके पास धनुष्य बाण है और उनका जो डिस्क्वालिफिकेशन की केस थी वो पेंडिंग है। अभी महाराष्ट्र के असेंबली के स्पीकर को निर्णय लेना है, तो कल जाके अगर यही इसका फैसला, क्योंकि ये लोकशाही है, डेमोक्रेसी में हर चीज़ें कोर्ट में नहीं होती है, लोकशाही में चीज़ें असेंबली के स्पीकर के पास आएगी और फिर जाके इतिहास दोहराया जा सकता है।
But the symbol aspect has to be there. Symbol and party name has to be decided by the election commission. Yes, Swapnil, and then I'll bring in Mahesh ji. Yeah,
Anand, this is the same thing. You're going to see the history repeat itself, because unless and until you have a symbol with you, there is no way that you can claim yourself to be a particular party. And if you're not a particular party, then how the hell are you going to fight your 2024 elections on the basis of a frozen symbol or a symbol which belongs to neither? So you have to have the symbol in your hand if you really want to stake a claim to it. So Mr. Ajit Pawar will have to ensure that that comes his way. And obviously Mr. Sharad Pawar, being an old hand at this, is not going to let it go without having a great legal battle being fought, because you have to fight a legal battle. It just cannot happen. The aspect of any diplomacy or things happening behind closed doors is gone. As far as from the way I view it, it's all going to end up in the courts at the end of the day. And then secondly, the anti-defection law, because that's the corollary to that. So if you don't invoke the anti-defection law, how are you going to challenge the fact that this party is not legal? You have to say, being Mr. Sharad Pawar, that this faction is not legal, and because this faction is not legal, the symbol should not go to them. And should the symbol go to them, then you have to argue reverse. You have to say the symbol has gone to them wrongly, because this party should not have been formed in the first place, or even if it is formed, it violates the 10th schedule of the Constitution, which is the anti-defection law. So we are not going to be able to. So in both ways, Mr. Ajit Pawar will have to fight that battle in the court, not just before the election commission.
Unless there is some other reconciliation that happens. Mahesh ji, is that possible? If Ajit Pawar is able to show 41 MLAs ka support, is there going to be a reconciliation where, rebuilding of the party maybe or do you see this going into the courts? So far, Pawar Sahib has said we don't want to go to the courts.
See, let me tell you that Ajit is a very astute politician, loved by all the cadre of the NCP in Maharashtra. I think in last so many years, he must be a cabinet minister for almost 18 to 19 years, including his post as opposition leader, deputy chief minister on various occasions, and a cabinet minister. All this has come because he would speak the language of Pawar Sahib. He had the same vision of Pawar Sahib and the same development aspect of Pawar Sahib. But what is the difference? Today, Ajit Dada is telling an octogenarian patriarch leader to sit at home and only give blessing. Which son will tell his father to sit down and let me do? I mean, this is something we have heard in history. I don't want to name the people who have said this in history, but this is absolutely unacceptable to us at this point in time. When Pawar Sahib tendered his resignation, he said, "Now I don't want to continue. I'll sit back and just watch." That time, the entire cadre, because the cadre was not prepared. We were not prepared to have an NCP without Sharad Pawar as the face of it, and we all revolted. No, you have to take back. You have to take back your resignation, and that thing went on for a couple of days. But it was Ajit Dada at that point of time scolding Karyakarta. No, let him resign. We have to accept this. Vagara. So that is not the way. You have to impose your leadership on the political Karyakarta in a very subtle manner. Political work.
Yeah.
No, but that is Ajit Dada. That is Ajit Dada's style. He's always been a little, and people accept him for it. People respect him, accept him, and he's not changed. No, but one thing, yeah, it does sound a little jarring for those who don't know Ajit Dada Pawar and who don't hear him. But for the rest of the country, it may have sounded quite jarring. But he has always been like that. That's his been tone. Yes, Swapnil?
Yeah, Anand, one short point, Anand. One short point. If you notice during the judgment of Mr. Uddhav Thackeray by the Supreme Court, Justice Chandrachud made a very pertinent observation. He said, and he lambasted the governor. It's saying that if there is a problem between the party internally, between two people who are dissatisfied, and if there is a disagreement, doesn't mean that the governor immediately calls for a floor test or anything of that sort. If you notice that observation. So I hope that the same thing doesn't happen, and there is a clear-cut stand taken by Mr. Pawar, either of them. And here I see, if there are more MLAs coming and you beat the anti-defection law, then Mr. Ajit Pawar stands on a good footing before the Supreme Court. Other than that, this is going to be a repetitive aspect where the governor obviously is not going to get into this, that easily, because he doesn't want to be lambasted by the Supreme Court again.
Okay. Final question, Ashutosh. अब क्या होने वाला है? आने वाले दिनों में क्या होने वाला है? क्या महाराष्ट्र में नया सीएम आएगा?
अभी देखना ये है
या ये तिकड़ी चलेगी? ये ऑटो रिक्शा से स्कूटर या बाइक तो नहीं हो जाएगा?
आनंद, वन मोर इंटरेस्टिंग पॉइंट ये पूरे राजनीति में देखना चाहिए कि जो अजित पवार, सुप्रिया सुले पे शरद पवार की बेटी होने की वजह से उनको ये मिली है, या जो भी राजनीति चल रही है, क्या अजित पवार पार्थ पवार को लेके क्या भूमिका लेंगे? क्योंकि पार्थ पवार की वजह से राजनीति में काफी उथल पुथल हुई है। पार्थ पवार पिछली बार लोकसभा सीट से हारे थे और उसके बाद राजनीति में काफी चेंज हो गए थे। तो अब पार्थ पवार का क्या फ्यूचर होगा, ये भी लोग देखना चाहेंगे।
देखिए, लेकिन मैं आपको पूछ रहा हूँ, ये सरकार कैसे टिकेगी? आने वाले दिनों में क्या उथल पुथल होगी? शिंदे कैंप से क्या खबर है? मैं देख रहा था, आप अपने फोन चेक कर रहे थे, अपडेट आपके पास आए हैं, वहां पे क्या हो रहा है कि वहां सबको मना लिया जाएगा?
देखिए, शिंदे गुट के जो कुछ एमएलएज है जो मीडिया को काफ़ी पसंद करते हैं और अपनी स्टेटमेंट देते हैं, लेकिन शिंदे कभी भी इस तरह की स्टेटमेंट नहीं देती हैं। जो देखा गया है, शिंदे अपने एमएलएज को संभालेंगे। यहाँ पे अभी कोई भी राजनीति में ऐसा बदलाव नहीं आएगा जब तक, हाँ, अगर बीजेपी की हाईकमांड कुछ सीनियर लीडर्स को लेके किसी को सेंटर में बुलाती है, किसी को सेंट्रल मिनिस्टर बनाती है, तब अगर कुछ चेंजेस होते हैं तो ही यहाँ राजनीति में चेंजेस हो सकता है। क्योंकि अगर अजित दादा इतने डिमांडिंग पावर में होते थे तो आज अभी तक पोर्टफोलियो डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन हुआ था, 4 दिन हुए हैं, अभी तक कुछ भी डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन की बात हुई नहीं है। अजित दादा चाहते हैं कि उन्हें फाइनेंस मिले, उन्हें रेवेन्यू मिले, लेकिन अभी तक वो पोर्टफोलियो उन्हें मिला नहीं है। तो उनको पोर्टफोलियो कौन सा मिलता है उस पर डिपेंड है, और अभी भी बहुत सारे पोर्टफोलियो बाकी है, यहाँ के महामंडल बाकी है। तो देयर इज इनफ स्पेस फॉर शिंदे ग्रुप, फॉर द न्यूली कम अजित पवार ग्रुप and existing BJP group.
Existing BJP group. BJP must be watching. All their cadre is also watching. The one big elephant in the room is the BJP cadre. It's the BJP MLAs. The 104 MLAs of the BJP will also be thinking कि यार बांट के सबको दे दिया। पहले एक शिवसेना हुआ करता था, अब शिंदे फैक्शन है, अब अजीत दादा का फैक्शन आ गया।
Exactly.
So what happens to our thing? So is it going to actually motivate them or demotivate them? One has to wonder.
Exactly.
But what stands out is that Devendra Fadnavis still controls the Maharashtra BJP calls, the political calls that have been saying. So his stature as a leader has not diminished. Many thought he's politically finished after that fiasco, that 48-hour fiasco. But he seems to have come back, risen from the ashes stronger. And somewhere there seems to be more in this play in the coming days. I thank you, gentlemen. I thank you very, very much for your time, and thank you for staying on. Always a pleasure. Thank you very much. Moving on, ladies and gentlemen, to yet another big development. No end to the atrocities, the human rights violations that are being committed in Balochistan. The Baloch continue to remain unsafe as there's no end to the atrocities being committed by the Pak army. Sources tell CNN News18 that at least 6 young Baloch were abducted in just the last 3 days. And according to a source in the Human Rights Commission of Pakistan, as of June 2023, there were more than 13,200 cases of enforced disappearances in Balochistan alone. Our investigations editor Manoj Gupta getting us these inputs. This number was around 12,000 in 2021. This number was just 12,000 in 2021. And now it's ballooned up to 13,200. So another 1,200 cases have gone up. Amjad Ayub Mirza, POK political activist, is with us. Amjad Ayub Mirza, the story of the Baloch. The Baloch are also at the UNHCR. They are trying to raise this voice in Geneva. Time and again they've done it. But why is this story going unnoticed the world over? Why is this brazen violation, 13,200 people missing, nothing's been asked, enforced disappearances?
Well, thank you very much, Anand. It has been more than 5,000 days, and you can translate that into how many years we are talking about. More than 5,000 days, every day, single day, people have been observing hunger strike in Quetta at the missing persons protest camp for the past 5,000 days under the leadership of Mama Khadir. But still, we see that the world is turning a blind eye, or they're turning their face to face the other way, and they're trying to ignore it. This cannot be ignored any further. There are stories of atrocities, missing persons. Then there is the stories of mass graves being found in different parts of Balochistan. Several dead bodies come up every now and then. And also the massacre and murder of dissidents in Europe, Canada is also part of the same oppression that the Baloch are facing. Now, I think that it's high time that the world community and the United Nations should take notice of this, especially the United Nations Security Council. I don't think that the United Nations Human Rights Council has got much leeway to pick this up as their main issue, because Pakistan, who is committing these human rights atrocities, is member of the board of United Nations Human Rights Council. Unless Pakistan's membership is cancelled from this United Nations Human Rights Council, how is it possible that this issue can be addressed by Human Rights Council? Because each time it comes up, Pakistan vetoes. The Pakistan representative stands up and says that this is Indian propaganda. It is not Indian propaganda. It is ground reality that every single day, Baloch young people go missing, not only in Balochistan, but also Baloch students studying in Punjab University, in Quaid-e-Azam University, Islamabad, in Karachi University, are abducted, beaten, tortured, and forced to leave and go back to
because Pakistan
their
keeps
villages.
raising the issue of protection of Muslims, standing up for the rights of Muslims. So the Baloch are not Muslims, Amjad Ayub Mirza?
Baloch are Muslims, but they are of maybe they are being considered children of a lesser god, or maybe they are not their kind of Muslims, because most of the Baloch are secular and they are fighting for the freedom of their nation, which has been occupied since March 1948 by Pakistan. And this is the 5th uprising that is going on, and there is no end in sight.
See, 345 Baloch killed, 939 disappeared in 18 months. These are what the reports are suggesting. Around 110 Baloch going missing in this year alone. This is the claim of Baloch separatists. And in fact, families have stepped out protesting. These are all protests that are being conducted in Quetta, in the Gwadar protest rallies also. Like I said, 13,200 people missing. That's the new Human Rights Commission of Pakistan data that is now been put out. Also, 9 years since the enforced disappearance of Azim Dost Baloch. and this happened from Gwadar. So there are other protests also, but this Azim Dost Baloch, supporters, they have all organized this protest rally. The pictures that have come in on the 3rd of July, large number of women and children have participated. At the UNHCR, these pictures have been put, Amjad Ayub Mirza. And we have accessed the names of these people. And so many times we have seen these banners which say, "Ye jo dehshat gardi hai, iske piche vardi hai." And this is a call that's been taken. So what's the solution? The Baloch National Party Mengal group has gone ahead and claimed that there are 5,000 missing persons. They have allied with, previous governments in Pakistan. But so far only a list of about 1,000 individuals has been provided. So there are still so many more names and numbers which still are unaccounted for in Balochistan. Amjad Ayub Mirza.
Well, you see, when this question was raised with the Prime Minister of Pakistan, Mr. Shehbaz Sharif, about the Baloch missing persons, he said something which I try to recall from my memory, meant that it is beyond his control, which indirectly means that this is being orchestrated by the military establishment. And in front of the eyes of the military establishment, who is Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif? He's a nobody. He's a puppet like any previous Pakistani Prime Minister. So now, on several occasions, Baloch have they have observed sit-ins in Islamabad. At one occasion, they even were granted an audience with Imran Khan, who was Prime Minister at the time, and he promised he'd look into the matter. Nobody cares. Nobody looks into the matter, because looking into the matter means that you are looking at the GHQ. You are looking and you are asking the GHQ people. The Supreme Court has also, on several occasions, has issued directives that the government has a responsibility to produce these missing persons and to file reports about them. Why are they missing? Where are they? Everybody knows where they are. They are either 6 feet under, or they are in the torture cells of Pakistan Army. Gang rape centers are being run in army camps in Balochistan. Does anybody not know about that? Everybody knows about it. But who has got the guts? कि बिल्ली के गले में घंटी कौन बांधेगा?
नहीं, बट बाकी दुनिया भर के देशों के साथ अगर आप ये कर सकते हैं तो फिर पाकिस्तान को क्यों खुली छूट दे रखी है? It is time that this is raised. The voice of they are human beings too, and this is no way of treating anybody like this. Look at what the claims that have been made by the Baloch National Movement, BNM, that claims that Pak forces have forcibly abducted, disappeared nearly 110 people from Balochistan, including 24 students and a journalist in just the first 6 months of this year, Jan 2023 to June 2023. And they are saying 14 forced missing persons were released from torture cells with huge number of physical injuries and also evidence of mental torture. The district profile of 41 people suggests that the majority of disappearances have occurred in the districts of Kech, about 11, followed by Quetta, 7 people, Noshki, 5 people. This is what the Afghan diaspora are reporting. So clearly there is something which is really amiss, and this is escaping the notice of those who claim to be human rights watchers.
Exactly. Yeah. My first demand would be for Pakistan to be thrown out of the United Nations Security Council board. What is Pakistan doing there? What is China doing in United Nations Human Rights Council, which is inflicting so much torture on the Uyghur to Muslims? So I think that United Nations Human Rights Council has to, revise what they stand for and match their words, actions with words.
Well, Amjad Ayub Mirza, thank you very much for your time. We've put out the details, and we'll also try and connect with the Baloch leadership who are currently in Geneva raising their voice at the UNHCR. Time for a very, very short break. Then we come back closer home. This is a year-old video, but it sent shockwaves and ripples, and of course the bulldozer on the perpetrator. Stay with us.
छगन भुजबळ, नॉर्थ महाराष्ट्र, नासिक का एक बड़ा लीडर उनके साथ आए हैं। प्रफुल्ल पटेल, शरद पवार का एक ट्रस्टेड लेफ्टिनेंट, इतने सालों से फाउंडर मेंबर रहा है, वो उनके साथ जुड़ गया है। हसन मुशरीफ कोल्हापुर वेस्टर्न महाराष्ट्र का एक बड़ा लीडर वो उनके साथ जुड़ गए हैं। तो ये लोग जो उनके साथ, आदित्य तटकरे, शी इज फ्रॉम रायगढ़, शी इज डॉटर ऑफ सुनील तटकरे ऑल्सो ऑलमोस्ट राइट हैंड ऑफ शरद पवार, जो रायगढ़ से आते हैं। तो ये एक बेल्ट उन्होंने जमा कर लिया है। तो ये अलग अलग बेल्ट जमा करके मिशन 40+ जो बीजेपी का है 2024 में, उसके दिशा में ये जाएंगे। जो पॉकेट्स बीजेपी और शिंदे के जो पॉकेट्स वीक थे वो पॉकेट्स कवर करने में एनसीपी और अजित पवार एकदम सही मायने में हेल्प करेंगे। अब देखते हैं कि अजित पवार ने खेल क्या खेला है। अजित पवार आ गए 1 तारीख को, लेकिन उन्होंने 2 तारीख को आए और उसके 2 दिन पहले 30 तारीख को इलेक्शन कमीशन को एक खत लिख के भेजा है कि वही एनसीपी के असली नेशनल प्रेसिडेंट है।
बट मेरा पॉइंट यही है कि 30 तारीख को अगर इलेक्शन कमीशन के पास गई है लेटर, is it possible that Sharad Pawar did not know till the 2nd of July that this is going to happen? Is it possible that he did not know? Now that's yet another big question mark, given the revelations that Ajit Pawar has made. Now in June last year, Eknath Shinde rebelled against Uddhav Thackeray, which led to the fall of the Mahavikas Aghadi, and 2 factions of the Shiv Sena came through, the Uddhav Balasaheb Thackeray and of course the Shinde Sena. Now July 2023, once again a rerun, this time at the Pawars at the lockout. But how does his advantage actually split the BJP? Here are the gains. The gains is that the opposition voter base effectively marginalized as in Desiree, and the edge is that there is a weakened opposition in Maharashtra. So the consolidation and actually getting 45 out of those 48 seats, if not more, is possible. The fear 2024 polls will be the first test of Eknath Shinde and Ajit Pawar electorally. Will they be able to pull in a huge vote bank or huge chunk of the vote bank or vote share of the erstwhile Shiv Sena and NCP voter base? Will BJP's Maharashtra power play actually benefit them? Here's how the Shiv Sena performed in the 2019 assembly elections before it was split. In the 2019 elections, 56 seats went to the Shiv Sena at a 16.41% vote share. The vote bank largely the Maratha community, urban middle class, the strongholds Mumbai, Thane, Kalyan, Konkan regions. Eknath Shinde camp stands strong and has got its stronghold in Thane, Kalyan, Dombivli, Mahanagarpalika regions and of course Konkan regions. Many corporators, party workers, followers of Shinde in the Thane, Kalyan region, he's seen as the Bahubali. He's the one who's bringing that strength into the Shiv Sena. Will he be able to do that now post the split? We'll have to see. What possibly goes with the BJP is that Uddhav Thackeray's influence currently seems restricted largely within the Mumbai region. Challenge for the Shinde camp is retain the bastion and of course keep the flock together. Without Uddhav Thackeray, without the Thackeray family with him, can Shinde do it alone, saying that I am following the ideals and principles of Balasaheb? As far as the NCP is concerned, 2019 elections, 54 seats, 16.7% vote share. Ideally similar vote share. Look at this. Now the vote bank is Maratha community and Muslims. So Muslim Mahar Maratha, that was the formula that both the Congress and the NCP have followed, and Sharad Pawar has used that to his advantage. Largest vote share comes from the Pune district and Western Maharashtra regions, which is also the NCP bastion. Sharad Pawar factor could maintain a hold and continue to woo the Maratha voters and the core loyalists of the NCP who see Pawar Sahib may not move towards Ajit Pawar. But Ajit Pawar will want to make a dent into Sharad Pawar's vote bank and also try and see if he can pinch. But will they be able to rebuild the party? Let's go. Let's try and understand the sense of somebody who's got his ears, feet, everything on ground. Ashutosh Patil, editor of News18 Lokmat, is with us. Ashutosh, namaste. मुंबई में भेंट होती है लेकिन आज ऐसे मिल रहे हैं महाराष्ट्र में काय ये गोंधड़ जरा बताइए एक्सप्लेन कीजिए हाउ डज इट पैन आउट फॉर लोकसभा 2024 डू यू थिंक एकनाथ शिंदे एंड अजित पवार कैन पिंच अबाउट 7 to 8% वोट शेयर फ्रॉम द कोर शिवसेना एनसीपी वोट बैंक एंड हेल्प द बीजेपी?
अगेन महाराष्ट्र की राजनीति पूरी देश में छाई हुई है। आज सभी जगह चर्चा है महाराष्ट्र की राजनीति से, और पिछले 2 दिनों से ये चल रहा है जब अजित पवार ने बगावत करके अपने साथ इतने एमएलएस को लेके उन्होंने शिंदे और फडणवीस की सरकार को अपना समर्थन दिया। आपने बिल्कुल सही कहा कि एनसीपी की ताकत जो रही है ये मराठा वोटर्स रही है, एंड स्पेसिफिकली वेस्टर्न महाराष्ट्र जो मराठा गढ़ है वो गढ़ पे ये पूरे गणित ये देखा जा सकता है, क्योंकि बीजेपी पहले से शिंदे को साथ में ले चल रही है, जिसके चलते मुंबई एमएमआर, मुंबई, ठाणे, कल्याण, डोंबिवली ये बेल्ट उनकी अच्छी पकड़ में है। बीजेपी की अच्छी पकड़ नॉर्थ महाराष्ट्र में है, विदर्भ में है. नाउ बिकॉज ऑफ अजित पवार ज्वाइनिंग देम, नाउ दे विल हैव अ स्ट्रॉन्ग होल्ड ऑन ऑल द पार्लियामेंट सीट्स एज वेल एज असेंबली सीट्स इन वेस्टर्न महाराष्ट्र. अब आइए देखते हैं कि अजित पवार का ये जो राजनीति है उसके कैसे कैसे असर हो सकते हैं. इससे शिंदे फ्रैक्शन में भी थोड़ी सी अनकंफर्ट हुई है, बट वो बीजेपी और बीजेपी की हाईकमांड उसे मैनेज कर लेगी. अब बीजेपी के पास और शिंदे के साथ ये जो एनसीपी के जो स्टॉलवर्ड्स आए हैं, प्रफुल्ल पटेल, तटकरे, हसन मुशरीफ, छगन भुजबल, इनके वजह से पूरे गवर्नमेंट की ताकत बढ़ जाएगी. अब राजनीति अलग अलग अपने शेड्स दिखाएंगी. अब ये फैमिली में ही एलिगेशन शुरू हो जाएंगे. सबसे
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. In an appalling incident, a man in Madhya Pradesh was filmed urinating on the face of a tribal. This video depicting the act was shared widely on social media, triggering widespread condemnation. Now it's come to light that this video is more than a year old, and there was the parties knew each other. The person who made the video, the two people who are involved, they knew each other. There was certain amount of animosity, but this video is more than a year old. The Madhya Pradesh government is moving into action. The accused arrested and booked under NSA. The Madhya Pradesh Chief Minister taking to social media, to Twitter, to condemn the act, and he said, and I quote, "The ones with ill intentions will now think 10 times before committing a crime in Madhya Pradesh." The Congress meanwhile slamming the BJP. Congress's Abbas Hafiz claiming that the man identified as Pravesh Shukla is a close aide of BJP MLA Kedarnath Shukla. But so far there has been a very clear denial from Kedarnath Shukla that he doesn't know the person. But one important aspect is that this video is more than a year old.
मध्य प्रदेश के सीधी जिले में एक शख्स पर पेशाब करने के मामले में आरोपी प्रवेश शुक्ला के घर पर इस वक्त राजस्व विभाग की टीम पहुंची है। दरअसल बताया ये जा रहा है कि इस घर पर बुलडोजर चलना है, और जिस तरीके से मध्य प्रदेश के गृह मंत्री नरोत्तम मिश्रा ने बयान दिया है कि जो भी अतिक्रमण है या फिर अवैध तरीके से बनाया गया है उस पूरे भाग को तोड़कर गिराया जाएगा, बुलडोजर इस पर चलेगा। और इस बाबत यहाँ पर पहुँचे हैं इस वक्त राजस्व विभाग की टीम पहुँची हुई है जो लगातार इन्वेस्टिगेशन कर रही है, घर के अंदर पहुँची हुई है। इस पूरे मामले में जो आरोपी है, जो मुख्य आरोपी जिसने एक शख्स पर पेशाब किया था और उसका वीडियो वायरल हुआ था, प्रवेश इस वक्त पुलिस के गिरफ्त में है। पुलिस उससे लगातार पूछताछ कर रही है। तो जिस शख्स ने वीडियो बनाया था दीनदयाल, वो भी पुलिस के गिरफ्त में है।
जैसा कि सोशल मीडिया में जो उस प्रकरण के आधार पर जो तत्कालिक रूप से थाना बहरी में अपराध पंजीबद्ध किया गया, और अपराध पंजीबद्ध करने के पश्चात आरोपी को गिरफ्तार किए जाने बाबत रेगुलर रूप से जो है विभिन्न थानों की हमने पुलिस टीम बनाई थी, और रेगुलर रूप से ये अपना जो है क्षेत्र में जो है सूचना संकलन कर रहे थे और विभिन्न जगह पर दबिश दे रहे थे। इसी आधार पर जो है लगभग रात्रि 2 बजे के आसपास जो है आरोपी को जो है हिरासत में लिया गया है, और अब उनसे पूछताछ की जाएगी और साथ ही साथ के प्रकरण में अग्रिम विवेचना की जाएगी। देखिए, इनकी राजापुरी और उसके इर्द गिर्द के गाँव में रेगुलर रूप से दबिश चल रही थी इनकी, और उसी जगह पर जो है विभिन्न प्रकार के मुखबिरों से सूचना प्राप्त हुई थी, उस आधार पर हमने इसको गिरफ्तार किया।
ऐसा अपराध के लिए कठोरतम सजा, कठोरतम शब्द भी कम पड़ता है, लेकिन मैंने निर्देश दिए कि कठोरतम सजा दी जाए, कड़ी से कड़ी कार्रवाई की जाए। ऐसी कार्रवाई उदाहरण बने, हम को किसी भी खत्म हो रही तो कोई जाति होती है, ना कोई धर्म होता है और ना कोई पार्टी होती है। अपराधी केवल अपराधी है।
बहुत दुख का विषय है कि बीजेपी के विधायक प्रतिनिधि ने जिस तरह से एक आदिवासी के ऊपर बड़ी बेशर्मी से पेशाब किया, उसकी लीड बनाई, वीडियो बनाई, और कोई कार्रवाई नहीं हुई। जब सारी अपोजिशन पार्टी ने मिलकर उसके ऊपर दबाव बनाया तब आपने उस पर NSA लगाई, लेकिन अभी तक वो गिरफ्तार नहीं किया गया। इससे ज़्यादा गंदी और नीच हरकत नहीं हो सकती। वैसे बड़ी बड़ी बातें करते हैं आप गरीब आदमी के लिए, आदिवासी के लिए, क्या यही तरीका है? और बीजेपी के किसी आदमी ने आज तक उसे कंडेम नहीं किया, ना उसे पार्टी से निकाला। मैं इसकी भर्त्सना करता हूं और आशा करता हूं कि मुख्यमंत्री को प्रदेश की जनता से माफ़ी मांगनी चाहिए।
गृह मंत्री डॉक्टर नरोत्तम मिश्रा, सर आगे क्या, गिरफ्तारी तो आपने कर ली?
मध्य प्रदेश है, शिवराज सिंह जी की सरकार है, कानून का राज है, पुलिस से नहीं बच पाता कोई। तो हम तो घंटों में गिरफ्तार करते हैं, दिनों की बात थोड़ी है। किया, मुख्यमंत्री जी ने निर्देश दिया, शाम को ही कार्रवाई होगी, हुई, गिरफ्तारी होगी, हुई, और आगे कार्रवाई होगी, सख्त कार्रवाई होगी, कड़ी कार्रवाई होगी।
सर बुलडोजर की बात होती है, आपकी बुलडोजर सरकार कही जाती है।
अतिक्रमण होगा तो बुलडोजर चलेगा।
मतलब अतिक्रमण के कैसे असेसमेंट कब तक हो जाएगा?
हो जाएगा, आज ही हो जाएगा।
परिवार कह रहा है सर कि वो जो केदार शुक्ला हैं, वहाँ के लोकल बीजेपी एमएलए हैं, उनसे जुड़ा हुआ था, उनका प्रतिनिधि रहा है।
केदार शुक्ला जी का खुद का बयान है, आप पढ़ लें, वो सक्षम है देने में, उन्होंने दिया है कि मेरा नहीं है।
Good evening, this is Brass Taxam Zaka Jacob. It was full-on drama in Mumbai today as there was a show of strength by both factions of the NCP, the one headed by Ajit Pawar and his uncle and veteran NCP leader Sharad Pawar. Ajit Pawar had at least 30 MLAs at his event, which happened inside a college premises, while Pawar Sr. had just about 15 or so at last count. And this happened at the YB Chavan Center. While the numbers clearly seem to be with Ajit Pawar, and remember, 36 is the magic figure because there are 53